to my Instagram, Facebook Live. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for tapping into my social media and into my world. I am kind of just coming on. I wanted to talk to you. So I have multiple things happening here right now, and this is actually an unnecessary live. It's not really needed. I wanted just to welcome you into kind of a space that I don't really show that much online anymore, and I wanted to kind of invoke and invite you back into this type of space that I used to create lots in the past before. Some of you guys may know my story. I am from 10 years of healthcare, 6 years of online spiritual business, and 2.5 years of branding. And I have developed these multiple worlds together and helped build entrepreneurs and spiritualists and people of business great platforms to build from. And specifically looking at dealing with individuals who are looking to leave a legacy and a brand with a spiritual essence that's very profound on it, and really represent companies and businesses and people who may not always be represented in our platform as strong individuals of the business world, regardless if they're in spirituality and physical brands or whatever the case is, allowing them the archetype and space to monumize or know and monument their own business in a functional way that can fulfill duties, needs, and services that other people may desire in a broad spectrum of layers and spirituality in business. I want to also give an archetype and a texture and a template to individuals who are looking to step into business as well, and may or may not be finding a way of connecting into the audience and individuals, and proof of concept to say, like, I am supported by an agency, I'm supported by people who understand what I'm doing and know I want to leave a legacy. And it's not just a thought process, it's a momentum, it's a knowing. And your problem is not that you don't know what you're doing or how to do it. It's like you are unsure of, like, how do I step into this world more? Not because of uncertainty and unknowingness, but just a simple fear of resistance. The lack is holding you back. I also wanted to talk about the feeling of abandonment when it comes into feeling into how do I show up for the individuals that I serve most? Do I come from a place of healing and momentum and beauty and depth, or am I just coming from a place of, like, let me just put this in the corner and not show up in this way because the masses wants this and everybody else wants this? And how do we articulate that venue of experience that we want to give each and every single person into a more holistic aspect and a more bigger brand? And branding is not outside of yourself, and it's not something separate from us. In my world, in my esoteric, esoteric world, branding is not the mask, it's not the veil, it is not the thing that is not part of us. It is the depth and power of our wisdom and power. Branding is the embodiment of our soul identity self into our physical vessel and body. And I want you to come online and feel into looking at your social media and who you are and what you represent. Does it align correctly to what your desires and your needs are? Are you actually aligning correctly to what your wisdom and your depth and belovedness is? When you look at the whole entirety of what you came here to do and become, are you playing small and shutting it to the side and saying, I'm going to just do this later, or I'm just going to do it this way because this is what the people want? Or are you saying, no, I'm going to do it this way, and this is what I'm going to serve, and this is how I'm going to connect, and this is how I'm going to tell the truth and leave people fully understand, wow, I'm activating them in depth and power and totality? How do we connect in deeper with the softness and the beauty and the wisdom of our hearts and our beauty? And how do we feel more of who we are from a place of connection? Not just fear and avoidance, but a place of how do we become deeper in who we are? So one of the deepest wisdoms that we can give ourselves is the access to spirit through our body. This is through Tantra, this is through Qigong, this is through Taoism, Tantric arts, and these are all aspects of Qigong, Tantra, and Kriya, and Kundalini, and these are all parts of a very deep embodiment wisdom. You do not need to practice this to be inside my container, but you are encouraged to activate your curiosity towards this if you have not started any kind of embodiment practice, if you have not started any kind of somatic practices or polarity work. This is what we invite you to do. And Cultivate, that's coming up at the beginning of this year, we are going deeper into intentionally bringing online your source codes into your physical body and activating you more into a bravery of saying, I can own, create, and respond to the world in my truest self essence. And we navigate and fulfill the needs of you have in an intentional way through ritual, ceremony, activation, and intentions specifically. But this is not just for feminines. This is for masculine and feminine. So feminine men, masculine women, doesn't matter. Male, female, doesn't matter. We activate a template or a place of connection and value and depth. So today is Yule. Some of you guys might know as winter solstice or summer solstice here in southern hemisphere, but it's Yule. And Yule is a very deep, auspicious time for witches and for priestesses and for temple keepers or anybody of the wisdoms or of the arts and not just the wisdoms in the arts. There's multiple wisdoms in the arts that may not energetically feel this day, but for some people, the same way they feel 11-11, 12-12, they feel the moon, Yule may be a frequency that they feel and tap into. And this is the calling of the feminine and calling of the witches, calling of the priestesses, and calling of the high priestesses. And I'm specifically here for high priestesses. So if you are wanting to activate something deeply in your body, and you're wanting to dance with something, we're starting to do an activation next year that's going to be very powerful, and I invite you to come in, masculine or female, and come in and activate this. Not all individuals, specifically men, cannot become high priestesses. You can become a high priest. So we have offerings for priests and priestesses. But this place is for you to cultivate and understand, and you are invited to do cultivation as well. We have a program that's for the masses that are more for cultivate. And this is the power of embodiment and depth that comes in. But we also are inviting you to activate something very powerful within yourself. And you will only see within the containers, but we'll see it outside too, because I'm going to start dropping inklings and teaching and talking about this more. But I want you to kind of come and invite this dance of polarity, this dance of concept and experience, mind and heart. And then we're going to talk about intention and stillness and depth and power and love. And concepts that really build and formulate you into deeper holistic individuals through rituals and ceremonies and physical practices, but not just physical practices, physical embodiment and touch and being with self and sensation and experience. And we're going to go work with experience mostly. And that's how we're going to build your deepening to what you are becoming and what you are creating in this world. Because your nervous system will not be able to systematically anchor into what you do without you realizing and believing in what you do. If you don't create a strong belief system and rewriting and re-coordination of who you are and what you do and to what you desire, you will always live in a false, or you always live in a falsehood. And I know that feels really, and it's really triggering, and I'm sorry for telling you guys this. And I know it doesn't sound so great to say it, but you can absolutely be the vessel of light that you need to be and desire to be. You can absolutely become that source being. And you can do that through business and through love and sensuality and sexuality and for all the things that we do in connection and realization. This is your avenue of ascension. This is your avenue of awakening and alignment. And I want you to come into the boldness of you and listen to this and be like, wow, that is a deep message. And that is a deep power of being sent into the universe and shared. Branding is the embodiment of your soul essence and your mission and template in this world. No short of self. Your true self, there's no shortness. It is your divinity through a physical business vessel. And it's through alignment and integration and process and transmission and purification. But we don't use the mind and cultivate. We use the connection. And we deepen and teach you how to do that. And then in the embodiment pieces, then we apply it into the physical world even more. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I want you to feel into your embodiment pieces. Are you ready to say yes to your highest timeline, your highest place, highest self? And most of you already are. And for those of you who are looking to have the feel-good sensation of saying, yes, I can be this, I can embody more. I can embody more and I can cultivate more. I can embody more and I can cultivate more. I can embody more and cultivate more. With this template and this threshold and this capacity is not even enough. You can go beyond and more. And you're like, yeah, I'm here for the highest level. The highest of highest of highest levels. I'm here for it. I came here for this fuck yes. Then I say yes too. I say yes too for you. I say yes for all of it and fuck yeah and more. We're all just waiting for each of us to ground in more. But it's almost time. It's almost time for you to come awake and come higher more into the deepest parts of you, who you are. And sovereign light is about to pour even more. So you are totally safe in this reality as you are. See you guys soon. And please let me know if you want to be part of the containers. More. Much love. And I'll see you guys inside. See you on the other side.